And welcome on into the NFC Championship game. And it's only fitting that it is between the Dallas Cowboys and our Arizona Cardinals. If you remember back towards the end of the regular season, it was us or the Cowboys that would be the 1 seed, and we had it for about a week before we ended up dropping a game and a nice pass breakup there from Thompson. But come the end of week 18, we just were not able to claw our way back into getting that number 1 spot. So we were number 2, and it's very fitting that it's these two teams, as there's a big hit. They're saying fumble. Don't know if that ball was out beforehand or not. And I'm also not quite sure who forced it. If it was Nick Hale or maybe Collins. Dak Prescott rolling left, will find Schultz. The big hit comes in. It is Nick Hale, but that elbow might have been down. But just like last week, no booth review. So we'll maintain possession then. Down the middle we go with Hubbard. We'll get ourselves a first down, gain of 10 on the first play. And Kyler Murray doing okay with stamina to start off. Not the best, but we've seen worse from him. As we're going to need to roll out here, we could potentially take a shot, and we'll take a shot down the field. Marquise Brown caught around the 10. Just fired it in there was Kyler Murray. And Murray had a hit or miss game last episode where he only had, I think, 3 incomplete passes, but each one of those were an interception. So hopefully we can clean that up a little bit. And then, of course, we brought out Null in some key situations to tie the game up late, and then in overtime to win the game. And he'll get us close to a first down here, but a little short. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And how about a little read option down at the goal line? And they do a great job of reading it, but Kyler Murray breaks the tackle in the backfield, and we are in. Gonna take an early lead in this game, capitalizing off the forced fumble by Nick Hale. And now to see if the Cowboys offense can bounce back. It was a huge play that ended up being a huge play for us as they went with a deep shot to Schultz, turned around and just got lit up by Nick Hale. And it was an arguable call on if he was down or not, but they ended up not reviewing it. First rush we've seen here from Zeke will be close to the first down, but just shy. And that'll bring up a 3rd and inches. We're going to bring down Nick Hale to help try to fill the gap, and he does, the rookie, with the stop in the backfield on the league-leading rusher. They'll have to punt this one away. 4th and 2 at the 33. Well, so far, so good. Knock on wood. As we'll start our second drive on offense. Go with the run by Hubbard. Nice cut. Try to juke back right to allow McBride to get the block. Ended up getting dragged down from behind. It'll still go for yet another first down. Stay with that same formation. Go with the play action rollout to the weak side of the field. We have our receiver. Going to be Marshall with a tough grab and some tight coverage there. Be 2nd and inches. I believe that was Armani Hooker in coverage. Got the quick stop, and we'll go with a pitch here on 2nd and inches. We have some nice blocks downfield. Rondale Moore laying some really good blocks. 2 key ones will almost get Hubbard down the sideline. Ends up stepping out of bounds at the 27. But this team honestly looks completely different than what we saw last week. Obviously, the offense played a pretty decent game. But just in general, the whole tone seems a bit different. Marquise Brown with a spin, trying to juke back to the outside to get the corner. Will get by almost everyone, and they do say he falls in. Looked like he came up a little short to me, but I'm not going to challenge it. And if the booth isn't going to challenge it, we'll go up by 2 touchdowns. And so far, a very Cowboys way of starting a playoff game here. See if they can mount a comeback as they go underneath. We'll get a short gain. They'll give Gallup a gain of 3 on the drag and go with a run here down the middle. Zeke quickly caught. Will be another gain of 2. And now another third down early in their drives here. 3rd and 5. We're going to bring the double A gap blitz. Guard it clean off the edge. Will find Dak, but not after the passes out to Zeke, but corralled by Thompson. And their third drive will end in another punt. You know, we said this defense was going to need to step up today, and so far, they've risen to the challenge. They've played very good ball as we get down the middle here for a gain of 3. 4 rushes for 51 on the day so far for Hubbard, and we're not even at the end of the first quarter. Maybe have about 1, maybe 2 plays as we tried to run back in to get away from Lawrence, but he will get the sack. And we'll let the quarter come to an end following that sack. Did line up for a play, but didn't like how it looked for us. So we'll head on into the second. And now technically they do have a man up on everyone to that left-hand side, but it does look like some double safety blitz. So if we get Callahan to the outside, which we really weren't able to do, but on 3rd and 18, you just make a gamble. Didn't pay out for us. We'll punt it away. So the Cowboys will take over at the 21, their first drive of the second quarter, and they're going to need to see some improvement happen here. They'll go with a play action on first down, have a couple guys deep, and they go all the way deep. Nick Hale with a little bit of some pass interference, and the flag does come down. And you know, it just really wasn't necessary. He had good positioning, and he could have swatted that ball away, but instead he gets a little too friendly with the receiver, and it'll cost us quite a lot. So they'll get closer to the red zone, 5 yards away, following the gain of 7 to Schultz. Come out with a weak eye. We'll come out with a 46 defense, and there's some room to run for Zeke. We'll get them inside the red zone down to the 16. And then they'll go shotgun. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. We'll come out with a double A-gap blitz here. Try to get around the edge. Didn't work out too well. Nice hit there from Hale. We'll force a quick stop there, at least in terms of when the hit actually took place. It looks like Nick Hale's ready to lay some wood, because that's what he did there, and actually send Zeke off the field here for 2nd and 5 as they'll throw this one out of the back. So 3rd and 5, similar formation maybe. At least still shotgun. Trips to the right-hand side. Schultz on the line to the left. Have a couple guys sit underneath. To the outside they go with a wide open receiver. Number 12 with the grab down to the 2. Ended up having double coverage on one receiver in the end zone and left the guy out of the end zone completely uncovered as they go with a fullback dive, and he tried to turn it into a fullback stretch. Did not work. Kiki brings him down. And in some of the more base packages, you will see Kingsley Kiki out there a bit more in place of Wharton, who just doesn't really have the strength necessary for that kind of position. As Zeke tried to get to the outside, gets by 2 defenders, but Simmons secures the tackle. And that'll bring up a 3rd and goal. Backup running back checks in at the 6. They have trips to that left-hand side. They'll have a couple guys go underneath, but I can't hate it. It's Schultz, Stanford tight end. He'll get the grab for the Cowboys and get them on the board. And now we'll see what our offense can do following a drive of which the opponent scored. Haven't seen that so far today, and not the best run from Hubbard, but still averaging 10 plus yards a carry. 5 carries for 53 yards is not too bad. Go a little play action rollout here on 2nd and 8. I mean, we're going to try to get this one out in time, but a nice job from Micah Parsons. Should have went to the tight end downfield. So 3rd and 8 here. We'll spread wide. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Going to run the slants. And a great job in coverage and a great job by number 91 there, Hicks. Saw me step up, look to run, and quickly shed the block. He'll get the stop. We'll have to punt away again. Well, things have definitely taken a turn here. First quarter was definitely all Cardinals. Second quarter, looking more like the Cowboys game as they go with a pass to the outside. Zeke with a catch, gain of 5. Most of their passes have been pretty short. 8 completions on the day for Dak Prescott, but under 50 yards total. Let's go with a run to that right-hand side. Nice job from Collins to blow up the blocker, and J.P. Richardson cleans it up. I actually mark it as a loss of a yard on 2nd down, so 3rd and 6 They'll maybe snap the ball. They will snap the ball prior to the 2-minute warning, and another awful mistake for Dak Prescott on this channel. Did not need to snap that ball, and will throw a turnover on a play that did not have to happen. If you're not sure what I'm referencing there, the Florida only challenge. Final season in the playoffs, threw an interception that really cost him the game and didn't even need to throw the ball. But we're glad he did. 2nd and 5 after the 2-minute warning. Kyler had a scramble of 5 on first down. Go to the outside here, McBride, and not an accurate pass. So on 3rd and 5, we'll stay out in a heavy look here. We'll go with a stretch from Hubbard. He's done pretty well so far today, but couldn't quite find the edge. And on 4th and 2, I would love to go for it here. Gonna send Derek Young in motion. The left-hand side, he'll take the jet sweep. If we can find the edge, no, we can't. Great job by the Cowboys D, and they'll keep this a 1-score game. Should we have taken the field goal? Possibly, but we're gonna be aggressive here. It is the playoffs. Dak Prescott sitting back in the pocket. Will go underneath, caught by Gallup, gain of 5. And they'll go to a hurry-up offense here, and they'll kind of throw off our man coverage as they'll find CD Lamb for the first down, about 5.5. We'll switch down to the double A gap look, go with a blitz. Gardick off the edge. We'll find Dak Prescott, but not after he finds Campbell for the first down. So they'll cross midfield. 1 minute, 1 second left on the clock. They have one more timeout before half. Go with another pass to Schultz, who will get close to the first and should have it, falling down past the line to gain. Mark him down at the 35. Let's make an audible here. Didn't like the way we're lined up with that blitz. Collins trying to drop back in time to get to the deep receiver, and a nice couple jukes there from from Zeke. We'll get him a first down inside the 25. Time taken away. They should probably use that last timeout, but they have not used it yet. Make another audible here. About 10 seconds left. Roll out will avoid the pass rush from Wharton, and they'll get out of bounds at the 20. And from there, they'll send out the field goal unit. They have a timeout, but they won't take one more quick shot towards the end zone. We won't put them up before half, but at least make it a closer game as we'll head on in, with this being a 14-10 game. Well, as the teams head on into the locker room, make some adjustments, take a quick look at the board, and passing yards, they're awful, but rushing yards looking pretty good. And we forced some turnovers as well. And if we win this game, we'll be facing the AFC's 2 seed and the Indianapolis Colts. So, that could be pretty fun. That would also provide us with yet another challenge, trying to stop a team with a good run game. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor, really good in Madden. We'll start with the ball here. Cut back there from Collins, and I thought we might have had a little bit more there, but good tackle will bring us down at the 30. So we'll come out 1st and 10, empty set. We're going to set up that receiver screen to the left-hand side here. We have some decent blockers. A guy out in front, but Callahan couldn't quite get by 32. Good effort. Looked like we were about to have a lot of room to run, but that effort there by the corner really kept them in it. We go with the draw here from Young. Try to get to the outside. Another good tackle there from 32, Fuller. And I don't feel like they've really sent a lot of blitzes, so not sure if a running back screen here would be a great call. We're going to go with it, and Micah Parsons gets the quick stop, basically at the line of scrimmage. So they'll bring up a 2nd and 10, and for some reason they have him playing a lot of off-ball linebacker. At least they're sending him on some blitzes, though, as we're trying to get Young off the snap, and that was just blown up from the get-go and will end up being an interception. Just Young stuck on the offensive lineman, threw off the timing, and it ended up, the ball got floated. Cox was able to get the pick. I was hoping it would just be a quick stop there from Young, but it just didn't happen. So now the Cowboys have a great opportunity here to grab a field goal lead early in the second half. It'd be a good comeback from them as we whiff on the tackle, but Simmons quickly will bring him down. And I think Gallup has had 3 catches today, all of them being about 3 to 5 yards. So he's really not getting many yards downfield, and a really bad angle there from Collins and a really bad attempted tackle from Oliver. Didn't even get close to Zeke, and they will take that lead. And really, this team hasn't done much at all since the first quarter. Since then, given up 17 unanswered points, as well as not answered anything, and we're throwing passes like that. Gonna be hard to retake a lead here if we can't complete a wide open pass. Gonna set up this receiver screen again. Gonna have to stay to the inside. Another really good play from Fuller, but Callahan really wanted that first down, carrying the defender. So maybe we'll just need to play a little bit more of some outside game here the second half. See if that opens up the inside again. Go the jet sweep. Good blocks cut in. We'll get about a gain of 7. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 3. Setting up the read option, but doesn't actually have the read part to it. So we'll just hand this one off, follow behind some blocks. Hubbard will get the first. A flag is down. I think he might have got a little bit of the face mask. And we'll take that, give us some extra yards here. Go the little play action roll. Maybe find McBride deep, but they do send some extra guys that way. Try to get Rondale Moore. Nice pass this time. We'll get by Diggs for the first down to the 16. That'll get us down to the red zone. Another read option here. Hubbard will get through one defender, bouncing off of one, helped him kind of juke by another. And I also completely forgot up until this point, this is actually a revenge game for Null, who played with the Cowboys the last playoffs. And we ended up beating the Cowboys despite Null having a really good game, and that's why we went after him. So it would be nice to get him a touchdown. Kyler Murray does have 1 rushing touchdown on the day. We'll go with another read option here. Hand this one off to Null, who can't get through Parsons. So on 2nd and goal, stay same formation. We'll go with some pass plays here. Quick slant, easily gonna be a complete, well, I say easily, we've seen some poor passes on the day for Kyler Murray, but not that one. Marquise Brown will give us a lead. So we'll finally get a touchdown on the board after about a quarter and a half of just about nothing. Dak Prescott just scrambling around. We'll go for Schultz again. We whiff on the hit, miss on the dive. And the Cowboys retake the lead on one play. Right back to Dalton Schultz. That's really not how you want your defense to answer after your offense finally gives them a lead again. Go the jet sweep to the outside here. Marquise Brown with the speed, the open space, will scamper out of bounds at the 46. We'll follow that up by trying to set up another screen pass here. Doesn't look like it's going to go very well. Plus, there's also a flag down. Now, luckily for us, they end up accepting the penalties, so it makes it a 1st and 20 rather than a 2nd and about 15. So we'll take what we can. A great job there from 97 in the middle. Tried to let the play develop a little bit, give us some space for Kyler to scramble, but he just read it very well. And that pass not even close to accurate. So now that leaves us with a 3rd and 18, and we're just going to have to hope someone can find some open space here. Gonna send Young in motion as a little bit of a safety net. We'll just kind of chill at the line as we send some other defenders deep. Gonna need to just try to roll out, see if something opens up, toss this one back, and Marshall can't get the catch, but a flag is down. And yeah, apparently we were past the line of scrimmage anyway, so a bust of a drive. And following a hold on the punt, they'll start back at the 10. Good stop here in the middle from Richardson. Be a loss of 1. And Zeke is averaging a little bit more than 5 yards a carry. So not awful, because there's definitely been games where he's averaged a lot more than that. Try to get Gardick off the edge here. Quick pass to the bottom, and there's a quick stop once again on Gallup, a gain of 3. Actually a gain of 4, because it was 2nd and 11. We'll force 3rd and 7 to start the 4th quarter. Cowboys are up 24-21. It should be a good 4th quarter. They'll start by going trips to the right. Schultz to the left-hand side, who's really stepped up big since his early game turnover. But he could not stay in bounds there despite all the space they had, and they'll have to punt. And we'll start with some pretty good field position, basically at midfield. And I'm going to make the decision to start draining the clock already. Want to make sure we leave the Cowboys with little time and hopefully end this drive with a 4-point lead. So that is the game plan here for the fourth quarter. Ground and pound, play smart, get the lead, drain the clock. Null with the first down. Good stop there from maybe 55? Wasn't quite able to read what the number was. Either way, it was a good stop. Ridgeway with the tackle. Go the little play action rollout here, and we'll just toss this one away. We'll still pass the ball a little bit here and there, but try to have it be some easy completions. That way we could keep this clock rolling. Good lead blocks up here. Get the first down with Callaway, who's still trying to fight forward. Be about 15 on the screen pass. As we work our way downfield here, now down to the 25 of about 5:20 left on the clock as well. Go the run down the middle. Get about, actually gain a 7. I thought it would have been closer to 5. And we haven't utilized Young a lot today, so he should have some fresh legs here for the fourth quarter. Go with another run down the middle, and a flag comes down. Probably going to be holding. And indeed it was on Ryan Bulaga, so we'll back us up for 2nd and 13. We'll go back to that receiver screen once again. Try to find some space, but a good job by the cornerback group that time. So that'll leave 3rd and 12. We're in field goal range to at least tie this thing up. Gonna make an audible here. Thought about maybe going with a jet sweep. Just didn't quite look like the best idea. Toss this one deep with the separation and the lead. Marquise Brown has been scoring most of our, at least current, or relatively short period of time, playoff touchdowns. The last 2 games he's been on fire, and he'll give us the lead here. And we're able to take a good chunk off the clock. About half of the fourth quarter gone. 3 minutes, 54 seconds. Cowboys would need a touchdown to take the lead. A field goal would leave them down still by 1 point. They'll get about 2, maybe 3 on the dump off. So once again, our defense can come up big here for us. A tight shotgun look here for Dak. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. And they will go to the outside, and we whiff on yet another attempted swat. Schultz has really played a good game since his early turnover. And we really haven't been able to put together much of a pass rush today. As I go with a draw down the middle, Zeke with a spin move will get close to a first down, 2nd and 1. And with this being a good time for them to try to take a deep chunk down the field, toss it up at least, see what they could get. We'll go with the double A-gap blitz. Try to get back there and rile Dak Prescott, which we are not able to do. Instead, a slant. Campbell will get down inside the red zone, finally brought down by Nick Hale. A nice audible there by the Cowboys. Read what we were going to do and just called the perfect play to counter it. Go with another pass here. Underneath it, go to the top, and that'll get them down to the 2. Just 2 minutes left in the NFC Championship game. Cowboys down 4 are at the 2. They go with a run. Zeke will pound through, jumping over a down lineman and give the Cowboys yet another lead. And for the 2nd straight week, the Cardinals give up a late lead and will have to mount another comeback. Start with a run by Hubbard, who has a patient run there. We'll get a gain of 7. We'll go into a little bit of some hurry-up offense. Go with a play-action rollout as soon as they'd let me snap the ball. Gonna roll. Gonna find McBride. Nice pass there. Stay in bounds. No, we'll go out of bounds. At least stopping the clock. 1:34 left. And on 1st and 10 with inside plus territory. We'll start with a pitch to the outside. Hubbard trying to find some room to run. We'll stretch, try to cut back in. Let this clock roll a little bit. We don't want to leave any time left for the Cowboys. A field goal ties it, would send it into OT. A touchdown wins it. And they do a really good job of really just containing that receiver screenplay. Ended up trying to go with Marquise Brown on the slant, but just weren't able to get the ball off. A run here from Young will edge out the first down. Let this clock continue to roll. Under a minute, we still have all of our timeouts. Shotgun set here. Gonna need to toss this one out, and apparently we do. No fumble. Well, that's probably about as close as we want to allow that to be. Another shotgun pass here. 1-on-1, Marquise Brown, front corner, pylon, knocked out by Fuller. 3rd and 10. see what we could do here. Pass across the middle. Trey McBride with the grab down to the 15. Call a timeout there. Try to help let the nerves settle on the squad here. 34 seconds left. Trying to set up that screen pass again. We'll stick to the inside. Keep fighting forward. Love to see it. Keep this thing going. 2nd and 3. Trying to set up some play here. One-on-one to the outside, probably not the best idea. Underneath, covered pretty well. Kyler Murray scrambling around and dropped. 7 seconds left. And again, we don't need the touchdown. Touchdown wins it. Field goal would tie it. And we don't really have much. Gonna dump this one. No, it's intercepted. 1 second left. Pass floated by Kyler Murray. And that will just about do it. Had Marshall and Trey McBride over there, threw the ball in between the two receivers. Dak can kneel it out. And the Cardinals franchise ends in a way that is also pretty fitting. It's heartbreak, don't get wrong. But it's fitting that it would end off of a turnover by Kyler Murray. The Cowboys will be headed to the Super Bowl. After playing a really good game, they were able to answer back after going down 2 touchdowns early. And every time we made a play, they made a play and continue to just keep grabbing that lead. And at the end of it, they made the biggest play. A turnover from a just completely inaccurate pass by Kyler Murray. On a play that didn't have to happen either. We could have just taken a sack, called a timeout, kicked the field goal, and went to overtime. And that is an unfortunate way for this series to come to an end. But it also doesn't just end the series, it also ends the streak, I guess you could say, of postseason victories. Prior to this game, this channel had not seen a single loss in the playoffs. But it is bound to come at some point, and like I said, extremely fitting that it was a turnover by Kyler Murray that could have definitely been avoided. Pass thrown correctly instead of lofted high, because that last pass was intended for Marshall, who was well short of where that pass ended up going. If anything, it looked like it would have been going to Trey McBride, but just wasn't. Just wasn't meant to be. So we will end the Cardinals franchise. I have a lot planned for the next traditional series, at least in terms of it being we play every single game. We're not simming anything, but it won't be traditional in the sense of we're just choosing a current team, well, at least the way the rosters are currently set up. All rosters besides the team we take over will be the same. So expect that, as this should be coming out, I'm pretty sure, on Thursday. Expect the new series to start on Monday. I have to set up some things to start it, because there's a little pre-storyline to set up the whole change, I guess you could say. The best way to say it is the change to the roster. So expect that on Monday. The Georgia-only series still going, as this again coming out on Thursday. Yesterday should have been the first playoff game. If you guys hit 50 likes on that and we won the game, then the next playoff game would be out today after this video, or will be out on Saturday. So make sure you guys check that one out. They're also in the playoffs, so some good playoff games happening here, also in real life. But yeah, Cardinals series has come to an end off of an interception from Kyler Murray. But until next time, with a brand new team, we'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
How it's supposed to feel.